You don't need a 56-inch chest, no, a beard as long as Rapunzel's hair, or biceps as thick as Tyson's to actually ride a cruiser. You can just be an ordinary guy like me and still enjoy a cruiser kind of bike. And for us, there is this Triumph Speedmaster. It's an all-new bike, and we will ride it and find out what are the pros and cons of this new motorcycle from Triumph Motorcycle India. This is the Motown India show, and my name is Roy P. Tharian. It seems motorcycle manufacturers are getting smarter by the day. You chop off bits of the fender, strip it smartly, and bingo, you have a bobber. You throw in a parallel twin and mold it in a classic way, and you get a modern classic. You raise its height, make it worthy of the tough lands, and you see the birth of an adventure motorcycle. You adjust the handlebars, give the rider an upright position to ride, and you give birth to a roadster. You got it right. I'm talking about Triumph Motorcycles India, which has been bringing one smart bike after another into India. One of the latest being the all-new Bonneville Speedmaster from its modern classic range. No, don't fall for the name Speedmaster and assume it's some track bike. It's a classic motorcycle, and that too a very modern one with great cruising abilities. Let me describe its look to you. It's a good solid bike to look at, like a hardtail one, and it does not have those modern outlandish looks. It looks every bit muscular and stylish, with a lot of chrome thrown in to make it look attractive. The cranberry red colored fuel tank, the black body, and the chrome painted multi-spoke wheels with the twin chromed exhaust give the bike a very smart look. The low-slung bike with its curved seat, the chrome grab rails for the pillion, and the not-so-high pillion seat add to the rock-solid appearance of the motorcycle. I was particularly happy to see the pillion seat positioned so decently, unlike so many of the silly new-gen bikes where the pillion rider is perched so high that he or she can kiss the clouds. The seat height for the rider here is around 705 mm. The classic character of the bike is enhanced by the swept-back beach handlebars, which is actually ideal for a cruiser riding position. The headlight nestle, the forward pegs that ensure that your feet are decently perched, chromed stainless steel 2x2 twin skin exhaust system with chromed stainless silencer, all LED headlamp with DRL, LED rear lamp and LED indicators, and a modern classic style instrument panel. This is an LCD multifunctional instrument panel that packs a lot of information. This includes an analog speedometer, odometer, gear position indicator, fuel gauge, range to empty indications, service indicator, clock to trip, average and current fuel consumption display, and traction control status display. All of this easily controlled by the handlebar mounted scroll button on the left. The ones on the right help us start the motorcycle and also switch ride modes from road to rain as the requirement may be. So how does it feel to ride the motorcycle? The all-new Triumph Bonneville Speedmaster has a smart roar when you start it. The sound from the liquid-cooled 8-valved 1200cc parallel twin engine is noteworthy. It produces a peak output of 76 bhp at around 6100 rpm and a peak torque of 106 Newton meters at around 4000 rpm. The torque high chain drive engine is mated to a 6-speed transmission. The moment you slide it into the first gear, you can feel the power of the machine, and it's so disciplined it does not throw you off balance. Rather, it shoots off gently and delivers power at every gear change. Gear changes are so smooth, and coming back to the neutral gear is so easy. The ride-by-wire technology enhances great throttle response. There you go, modernity at its best, all draped in classic style. The motorcycle stands on 32-spoke wheel with R16 tires. The suspension soaks in a lot of shocks that are thrown in by bad roads. You have KYB 41mm forks with cartridge damping with a 90mm travel for the front, and KYB monoshock with linkage and stepped preload adjuster. This has a 73.3mm rear wheel travel. Brakes too are very dependable with twin 310mm disc with Brembo 2-piston floating calipers, while the rear one is a single 255mm disc with Nissan single-piston floating caliper. ABS is there as standard. The bike behaved very well when it took the corners, though I would recommend a rider not to lean too enthusiastically because the foot pegs may jolt you out of your leaning posture. Moreover, I never recommend steep cornering on Indian roads because of the surprises that lie ahead of every rider, like broken roads, rubble and erratic traffic. But if you do find a sweet spot to corner, do so and get yourself a new high. And when you hit the highway to nowhere, you can definitely enjoy the function of the single button cruise control. You can also opt for the two riding modes, one for road and one for rain. There are two things about this motorcycle which has got me a little worried. One is its terrible ground clearance, and with the kind of speed breakers all around in the city, you're bound to hit one of them. So to make sure that your underbelly is not bruised, make sure you ride carefully. The second thing which disturbed me was the horn. It's not too classy. Could have been a little more royal and louder. For those who buy the all-new Triumph Bonneville Speedmaster, there are over 130 custom accessories to choose from. That includes the premium Vance & Hines exhaust, swing arm bags and panniers, highway pegs, engine bars, adjustable touring screen and single seat option, etc. The all-new Triumph is a great bike for riding in the city, and when it comes to highways, it gets into its natural self. Don't get me wrong when I say this motorcycle is ideal for those bikers out there who buy Royal Enfield motorcycles. I know there's a huge gap when it comes to the price tag between RE and a Triumph, but it's meant for those kind of riders who like a modern bike with very classic genes. It's an investment that no RE kind of guy will ever regret. This bike brings so much grace in riding that you may actually begin to fall in love with our roads, whatever it's worth today in our country.